In this video, we're going to do some quick worked examples of questions on reverse percentage. In the first question, we're told the cost of a toaster was £16.20 after a 10% reduction. We're asked what was the original price. If we take the original price to be P, we've got a 10% reduction or 90% of the original. So we've got 90 of 100. If it is 90% of, we can say that 90 over 100 multiplied by P would be equal to £16.20. If we wanted, we could write this as a decimal. We could say that 0.9 multiplied by the original price was equal to £16.20. So if we want the original price, we simply now divide the £16.20 by the 0.9. You can either do this in a calculator or you can work it out in your head. We'd have now that the price was going to be £18 exactly. So we could say now the original price was £18. If you want to do that in a calculator, 16.2 divided by 0.9 gives us the £18. So all we're doing is writing now that 90% of the original is equal to £16.20, so we can find the original price by dividing £16.20 by 90 over 100 or 0.9. So if we had now, let's say we had a 15% reduction and it was £16.20, we could say now that this would be 0.85 multiplied by P would be equal to £16.20. We would then simply write that P was £16.20 divided by 0.85. 0.85 is 85%. So if we wanted to do that, we'd have £16.20 divided now by the 0.85, and this would give us the value. So we'd end up now with £19.06 approximately. So all we're doing is looking at using multipliers. Bob has a pay increase of 12%. His weekly wages are now £276.64. What were they before the increase? So let's take his original wages to be W. We've got a 12% increase. So we could say 112 over 100 multiplied by his original wage gave him £276.64. So we could say that 1.12 multiplied by W is equal to £276.64. So we could say that W is £276.64 divided by the 1.12. From this we can find his original wage. So we've got now the £276.64, and we're going to divide this by 1.12. 1.12 is 112% or a 12% increase. That's going to give us 247. So we can write W will equal to 247. So we can say his original wages were 247. Of course, all you need to do to check that that's correct is multiply it now by the 1.12. So if he had now a 3% decrease, let's write this down, a 3% decrease in his wage, we would have now that the wage was going to be multiplied by 0.97. All we're looking at now are multipliers to find the value, and we simply divide our answer by this multiplier to find the original value.